Alyssa Melendez.
Okay, and going forward for Aviana and for Anaya, you're requesting that the court appoint you and the father as joint managing conservators and allow you to have the exclusive right to determine where the children live within Harrison surrounding counties. Is that correct?
Yes.
And you believe you're able to co-parent with this man going forward as the basis of being appointed joint managing conservators. Is that correct?
Yes.
And you're fine with the father getting the standard possession order for those for the two girls. Is that correct?
What does that mean?
The standard schedule of visits, first and fifth weekend and Thursday evenings.
Yes.
Okay. The father today let us know that he is actually carrying private health insurance through his employer, correct?
Yes.
And he told us what his gross income is at his job at Amazon. Is that true?
He didn't tell me. I think he told y'all.
Sure. And the state was able to verify that monthly gross income based on that employer at $2,080 per month. And given the two children that you and Mr. Visor have, he has no other children. Is that correct?
Yes.
Apart from that, we were able to verify that his employer's health insurance, which we'll use going forward through his employer, costs about $150 a month. And the father's dental plan through his employer costs $23 a month. Is that all correct? To the best of your knowledge.
I don't know, but I guess.
Okay.
Yes.
And guideline child support, 25% based on the father carrying employer's health insurance would be applied to a net income of approximately $1,701.91. Is that all true? Or do you have any objection to that?
Yes. Yeah.
That's fine. Did the father give you yet copies of the insurance?
No.
Okay, so you're going forward though, would you agree with the state that guideline child support then applied to his income would be approximately $425 per month in child support for your two daughters, and you're asking for that to be ordered starting November 1st, 2022, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, and if we're looking backwards as far as retroactive child support for back pay, we don't have proof of his income going backwards, is that correct?
Yes.
So for retroactive child support going back to May 2nd, 2018, we just use minimum wage for guideline child support. Is that true?
Yes.
In using minimum wage guideline child support, the total payments of total balance of $13,932 as of today's date, you're requesting that be paid at $120 a month also to begin November 1st. Is that correct?
Yes.
Can you tell the court what reason do you have? I'm sorry, let me step back. You're not requesting your address or phone number be kept confidential, correct?
Yes.
You're fine with him knowing all that?
Yes.
Okay, do you believe today's court order is in the best interest of your daughters?
Yes.
And you're asking the court to grant today's default order against Mr. Visor?
I'm sorry.
Are you asking the court to grant today's default order against Mr. Visor?
Yes. Like to go through?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, Judge, I'll pass this witness.
All right, the court will approve the order submitted. Thank you. Parties are excused.
Thank you, Judge. You can disconnect now, Ms. Melendez.
Okay. Thank you.
Ms. Sharma, are you doing Diaz?
Yes, Judge. Ms. Diaz, you can turn on your camera and unmute yourself. Thank you.
Diaz. All right, this is cause number 2022-34604 in the interest of Alessandra Diaz. Please raise your right hand to be sworn, ma'am. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the child.
Cindy Rebollar Diaz, I'm mom.
All right, and representing the Attorney General, State of Texas.
Kavita Sharma.
Court will note that the non-custodial parent, Jesus Luna, is not present. He was personally served on August 6th, 2022 at 10:11 a.m. at 501 Interstate 45 South in Conroe, Montgomery County, Texas. And he has not filed an answer or made an appearance. Is that correct, Ms. Sharma?
Correct, Your Honor.
We'll proceed by default.
Yes, Judge. I would like to call Miss Cindy Diaz, the mother.
All right.
Miss Diaz, we're here for your daughter, Alessandra Diaz, true?
Correct.
And who's her father?
Jesus Gerardo Luna.
Are you asking the court to name him as the biological father of the child?
Yeah.
And how do you know he's the father?
Because he's the father.
He signed the birth certificate, Miss Diaz?
Yes, he signed the birth certificate as well.
And there's no other possibility that another person could be the father at the time of conception, true?
True.
And how would you describe your co-parenting with Mr. Luna?
We co-parent okay.
And did you all have previous discussions about child support and medical support?
Yes.
Okay, and are you asking the court to name you as managing conservator and Mr. Luna as possessory conservator?
Yes.
You say that with a little doubt. Tell me why you want to be sole managing conservator.
Because he doesn't work in town at all, and so he's never really here. And we had agreed that I would have sole legal and physical custody of our daughter, because like she has a lot of health stuff that usually when we're in the hospital, because we're not together, then they want his approval for stuff, and kind of can't wait until he comes from out of town to get any medical stuff done for her.
Okay, so you're asking the court, just backing up a little bit, to name him as the father of the child and to appoint you as managing conservator and him as possessory conservator.
Correct.
And you all want to do the standard visits with pickup and drop off being at your home or any other place that you all agree to?
Correct.
And do you know where he's currently employed?
He's he works for himself.
And have you all previously discussed what he makes?
Yes, but he just started on his own, so he doesn't really make a lot.
So are you agreeing to set child support based on minimum wage?
Yes.
And do you know if Mr. Luna has any other children that he has to provide support to?
No, she's the only child.
And how is your child covered under health insurance?
I have Medicaid for her.
Are you asking the court to order that Mr. Luna reimburse the medical support at $57 a month to begin November 1?
Yes.
And if there are any uncovered health costs, you mentioned your daughter has a lot of health concerns. Are you agreeing to pay half of those uncovered health costs?
Yes.
And are you asking the court to set current child support at $217 a month beginning November 1?
Yes.
And has Mr. Luna provided financially for your child over the years?
Yes.
Are you asking the court to award any additional back child support?
No.
And if court costs are billed, do you want Mr. Luna to pay those?
Yes.
And have you reviewed and signed this order today?
Yes. The only thing is, I just want to make sure because I think they put an old address on there for mailing instead of his actual residence.
Okay, you and I can talk and address that
Okay.
after this hearing. Outside of that address, do you have any other things that you need to address?
No.
Are you asking the court to approve this order with the address correction,
Correct.
if there needs to be one?
Yes.
Thank you. Judge, I pass this witness.
In other words, his address is not 3004 T's Crossing Court in Conroe?
No, that's his correct address. It's the mailing one that they put under, like a mailing address, the 212.
12606 Brenhaven Drive. That's not the correct
That-
mailing address?
Correct. No, it'd be the one in Conroe.
All right. Let's make sure we make that correction because he needs to be mailed copy of this default order, Ms. Sharma.
Yes, Judge.
All right, the court will approve the order with the correction on the mailing address. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Parties are excused.
Diaz, you're free to go.
It's minimized.
Let's see, do we have Mr.
Yes, Judge. Mr. Miguel Lopez, Ms. Lisette
Lopez?
Rivera, if you could each turn on your microphones and your video, please. And Judge, I also have my CSO Arnold testifying as far as
Alright.
income and retroactive support.
Mr. Lopez, turn on your video, please.
The host has to turn it on.
There we go. Okay, this is called number 2013-30828 in the interest of Nevaeh and Delilah Lopez. All parties and witnesses, please raise your right hands to be sworn. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the children.
You said ma'am?
Yes.
Okay. My name's Lisette Rivera, and I'm the mother of Nevaeh Lopez and Delilah Lopez.
All right, sir, your name and your relationship to the children.
Miguel Lopez, I'm the father of the children.
Okay, and representing the Attorney General, State of Texas.
Luis Regla.
Mr. Regula, we have an original petition and a suit affecting parent-child relationship and suit for modification. We're having a hearing, is that correct?
Yes, Judge.
Do we have any stipulations?
The stipulation, the only thing they have agreed to was for joint managing conservatorship and a standard possession order for the child we're adding to the case.
Okay, is that correct, Ms. Rivera? Are those your agreements so far?
Yes.
And Mr. Lopez, so far, are those your agreements?
Yes, sir.
All right, so what are the issues, Mr. Regula?
Yes, Judge, the mother's requesting retroactive child support. In that, we have testimony from the child support officer, taking into account dozens and dozens of pages of proof the father have provided for direct support. And there's also a dispute over what the current child support, current medical will be. So I also have the child support officer to testify for that. Originally, the father wanted a reset so he can go to sleep to get ready for work. Mom wanted a reset so that she can get the kids ready to trick or treat. I'm asking the court to deny their request to reset so we can finalize it today.
We can get this done pretty quickly. Let's proceed.
Thank you, Judge. I'll call the child support officer, Mr. Barrera. And sir, where are you employed?
The Office of the Attorney General.
And what are your duties and responsibilities in that employment?
And perform investigations on calculating child support and retroactive child support.
Okay, and do you have a report for the court today as far as current child support and medical support goes?
Yes.
And what are your calculations and your investigation?
Based on income reported from Mr. Lopez employers from January through June of this year, an average monthly gross of $7,884.44 after taxes and credit of $473 for medical. His net income is $5,676.38. Proposed child support amount for 2 children would be $1,420 and $473 for medical support.
Do you have a report for the court today as far as retroactive child support goes?
Based on retroactive child support, for the one child from August of 2021 to today's date would be $21,300. Mr. Lopez provided proof of direct payments from bank statements transferred to Ms. Rivera, and that totaled up to $12,213. So minus that from the balance of the arrears, the retro judgment or the retro amount, the balance retro would be $9,087 to be paid off at $100 per month.
Did either of the parents agree with this figure?
No.
I'm asking the child support officer.
Oh.
Dad agreed to it. Mom did not agree to it.
And you said the income, gross income was from information reported to the state of Texas. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. And the evidence of direct payments, that is all through the proof the father sent to you for direct transfers to the mom's account?
That is correct.
Judge, I will pass this witness.
All right, Mr. Lopez, do you have any questions for Mr. Barrera?
No, sir.
All right, Miss Rivera, do you have any questions for Mr. Barrera?
No. No, sir.
Well, it sounded to me like you weren't in agreement with him.
Well,
You might have some questions for him.
with my disagreement is that I'm getting only back pay for one kid when I have two kids. It's Nevaeh Lopez and Delilah Lopez. And I don't see how it's just going on based on one kid when I'm
Okay.
getting back pay when it's both
All right.
kids,
All
they're
right.
sisters with the dad.
Okay. So you have no questions then for Mr. Barrera. Is that correct?
No, sir.
Okay. Mr. Regla, may he be excused?
Yes, Judge, I'm done with the witness.
All right, Mr. Barrera, you're excused. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Call your next witness.
Yes, Judge, I'll call the father in this case, Judge. Mr. Lopez, you heard the testimony right now about the child support officer, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. As far as the back pay, the retroactive support goes, you in fact did provide direct payments to the mother. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
In fact, you provided lots of pages of proof. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
But how many pages do you have? Do you know?
I have 40 and I still have another one I can't get because the month ain't over with.
Okay. And so you're requesting, based on that proof, direct payment as the child support officer testified, leaving a balance of $9,087 with a $100 monthly payment. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you're fine with that? You're willing to pay for that? Is that true?
Yes, sir.
What about the current child support of $1,420 and medical support of $473? Do you agree with those amounts?
I was not really because I work in the refineries, my job's not secure. Like I work 2-3 weeks off, 3 weeks. They're going off. I mean, sometimes it goes good. They're going off something that, I mean, you could see what I work. They're going off what the beginning of the year was. I'm finna be off for the next to January. I got like 2 weeks left to work. I won't be back to January or February. I mean,
You
I
understand,
don't
sir,
know.
that your income is an average of when you get paid, when you make money, when you don't make money, averaged out.
I understand that, but I mean, I still got everything else going on, not just, I mean, bills going on at home. I don't even got a vehicle right now. I'm paying to go to work, getting picked up because my truck messed up.
All right,
I can't even get a,
which of you is going to be carrying insurance?
what's that?
Who has insurance for their kids?
She has Medicaid on.
Okay, so there's no insurance, right? It's just relying on the state's Medicaid. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
I'm asking the father.
Yes, sir. I
Okay.
don't work a stable. I don't have a company where I could just say I'm getting insurance. I don't even have insurance.
All right. Judge, I'll pass this witness. I have nothing further to ask him.
All right, Ms. Rivera, do you have any questions of Mr. Lopez?
No, well, I don't see how he's complaining.
Okay, do you have any questions of him? I'm going to let you make a statement later on, but right now, do you have any questions of him?
Of him? No, sir.
All right, Mr. Regla.
Yes, Judge, I'll now call the mother as a witness. Ms. Rivera, what proof do you have to the court today of direct payments between the father and yourself?
Well, I have no proof right now. That's why I wanted to reset
Okay.
so I can go and see, because I don't think it adds up to 12,000.
Weren't y'all already reset for today?
Yes, we were resetted
And wasn't that reset to bring proof for
to
today?
bring proof, but I didn't know that they were just going based off one kid at that time until today. Mr. Barrera told me, and I just think that's very unfair. They're just going based off Delilah, not Nevaeh.
Except y'all agreed to zero in child support because they used to live together, right?
We never agreed to zero. Can I say my story or my?
No, ma'am, I'm asking you questions. You have to answer my question.
We never agreed to zero.
You didn't sign a order back in 2017 saying child support zero because y'all live together as a family?
Yes, I took him off in 2017. Me and Mr. Lopez
Okay, let me
separated.
stop you there, ma'am. You have to answer my question. You don't get the
Yes.
time to say extra stuff. You have to answer my question. Later on, you get a chance to say what you want to say. Do you understand? me?
Okay. Yes, I took him off in 2017. I
Okay,
took him off child support.
okay. And for today, so you didn't bring any extra proof to contradict what the father is providing for back
No,
pay and
sir.
direct payments, right?
No,
You
sir. I
don't
have no proof.
you don't have any proof to show the judge what the father's income is today. Is that correct?
No, sir, unless I look at my
Okay.
messages where he
And-
admits to how much he makes a week, but no, not really.
And the two kids are on Medicaid, is that correct?
Yes, both kids are on Medicaid.
Judge, I'll pass the witness at this time.
Mr. Lopez, do you have any questions of Ms. Rivera?
No, sir.
Mr. Regla, have any further witnesses?
No, Judge, I have nothing further in this case.
All right, Ms. Rivera, you have something further you want to say?
Yes, just that it's not fair how I'm just getting back pay for one kid when it's two kids. And yeah, I took off Mr. Lopez. Me and him both agreed to take him off in 2017 because he was, we were together. And the only reason why child support started at first with Mr. Lopez, with Nevaeh Lopez, was because of high school for me to have daycare on my daughter so I can finish school. So from there, I decided me and him both agreed there was no point of him being on child support if I was already done with high school. So then me and him split over a year ago, and then now I'm just getting back pay for one kid.
Okay, but do you understand that you could have filed for child support for Nevaeh before you filed this one?
I filed for both. On the thing I put Nevaeh Lopez and I did it both of my kids together on August.
Okay, but do you understand that if there is an order in place, which it said zero, I can't change that until today. I can change from now on, I can change it for
I didn't
that
know it was
child, but I can't do that. I mean, I can go back for the child Delilah, but not for the child Nevaeh.
okay. Well, I didn't know it was zero. I just thought on 2017, I thought it was like over child support. We just terminated
Okay.
and that's it.
All right. Mr. Lopez, you have anything further you want to say?
No, sir.
All right, the court grants the modification. Father's order to pay child support in the amount of $1,420 a month, cash medical support in the amount of $473 a month beginning November 1st, 2022. Retroactive child support judgment is awarded in the amount of $9,087 to be paid at the rate of $100 a month beginning November 1st, 2022. All other stipulations are granted. Anything further, Mr. Regla?
That's all I have, Judge. Thank you.